Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Jasmine and I'm currently a first year AA student. I'm going to try my best to categorize these topics based on school related things and then financial / housing aspect, and then just like a little bit of miscellaneous advices at the end. First and foremost, if you haven't joined the AA Discord group, you should definitely go ahead and do that. There's some great dialogue and advice and tips that are being given out to the AA students from current working CAAs. So I'll put that link down in my description box below. You don't have to be a current student or a current CAA or anything like that to join, as long as you're interested in the profession or just interested in getting more information about it. There are a lot of subtopics going on in that Discord group, and I think my favorite one is it's called Success Stories, and basically that topic is where the students that have been accepted to the AA programs post their statistics on how they got in, such as their GRE score, their GPA, their extracurricular activity, what their major was, which program they applied to, which program they got accepted, rejected, waitlisted. And I think that type of information is really helpful and valuable. Like, I kind of wish I knew about it when I was applying to the program, just so I can gauge how successful I'll be or what the likelihood of me being accepted into the program would be like. So yeah, if you haven't joined, go ahead and do that. I'm also on there, so if you're not comfortable asking me whatever questions that you may have down in the comments below, then you're free to message me on the Discord. So for the first school-related topic I want to talk about is mentally preparing yourself for the amount of courses and the amount of material that you're going to be thrown at. For me, first semester was the most difficult, just because there's kind of like an adjustment period you gotta get used to, especially if you took a gap year from applying into the program or you just haven't been consistently going to classes. I'm gonna say this a lot, but depending on the program that you go to, these curriculums and classes and things like that can vary. It all depends on how much material they want to throw at you and when they want to put you into the clinical sites. I remember during my first semester, I did have weekly quizzes, so I had to be on top of my readings and the chapter notes. I think I had like between 8 to 10 classes during my first semester, which is pretty intense because it is. The AA program is vigorous and competitive for a reason. Unfortunately, the first year is when you see the most amount of students leave the program because it's not what they expected it to be, or they just can't keep up with the classes and they're not doing as great. The next thing I want to talk about is having a good studying schedule. I'm gonna be honest here, I do not study every day. A lot of you guys have asked me, like, do I have free time? Is it stressful? Is it a lot? It is stressful. It is a lot of material. But after the first semester, I did have more free time. I think I want to say I study like three to 4 days out of the week, and I usually spend between like 2 hours 3 hours just studying, and when I say studying, I mean more so taking notes, re-listening to lectures, looking at PowerPoint slides, and just like skimming over things. So yes, it's stressful, but yes, you also get a lot of free time. During the first week of my first semester, after that first week of classes, I was just kind of like, holy crap, what the heck. I felt like I was already behind, and we were just the first week in. That's how intense and that's how much material you're given. You need to know what type of studying method is effective for you. Like, do you use Anki? Do you use Quizlet? Do you just write down everything and memorize everything? Do you have to re-listen to the lectures? Things like that is what you're gonna have to figure out during your first semester. I want to say about 70% of the time, the grade that you get on your exam do reflect the amount of studying that you put into. I know one thing that really helps me focus and just kind of like be in the studying zone is the environment that I'm put in. So usually I have my desk, and that's where I usually do a lot of my studying. I do better at studying by myself. Studying groups aren't really my jam. I just study better alone and by myself. I like knowing the material and the concepts and just memorizing everything first before trying to attend a group session. For me, those serve more as like an active recalling process, and it's also the last step of my studying method. And that's kind of like what a few of us do before the exam. We just go into the classroom and we quiz each other based on our own notes, and if we're able to answer each other's question and just know the material like right off the bat, then we know we'll at least pass the exam. That ties into the next topic, which is to make friends, okay? For me, I'm not like the most extroverted person, so I still kind of struggle making friends and talking to people, but I'm getting better though. I'm getting better. But anyways, make friends, okay? Because what if you have to miss a day? What if you need a ride to class? I know I've been in those situations before, and my classmates have all reached out to like offer help, offer to give me a ride, offered to give them my notes, give me their notes. Make friends because you need a social life. Another thing I want to talk about is labs. I think it is like so important, like so crucial for you to get in lab practice outside of your lab days, just because you'll get the hang of things and the flow better. You'll know the drugs better, you know the steps and the case management a little better too, as well as getting yourself familiarized with the anesthesia machine. So the last thing I want to talk about is textbooks. Honestly, if you haven't gotten the syllabus for the classes that you'll be taking in the upcoming semester, just wait and see what type of classes and what type of textbook the professors may use, because what I use may not be the same thing that your professor requires. But during my first and second semester, I read and used this textbook a lot, and this is the Morgan and McHale's Clinical Anesthesiology. I like to bookmark some of the pages that I would like to go back and look into, especially in the beginning when you're learning about the airway equipments and airway management. Here you can kind of see like where the placement of the endotracheal tube should be, and like where the balloon is inflated. And then on here it gives you like charts and things like that. Another text that I really like having is the pocket anesthesia. This though is usually in my clinical bag. I usually have this with me depending on the type of cases that I'm involved with that day. If I'm in GI, I usually don't bring this with me, but if I'm in spinal or ortho, this usually comes with me. This text does a pretty good job at summarizing a lot of the condensed material and providing you with the common lab values too. It's also something like I just take out and read when there's not much to do during the case management process. I think that's all I have regarding the school related thing. So if you're anything like me and you had to move out of state to attend the program that you got accepted in, I highly recommend the app Apartment List. I'm pretty sure it's a purple app with like a house icon on it. Just go in there and put in the city and the state that you want to find the apartment in. And then you also list the max price that you're willing to pay, as well as what type of amenities you want to have included. So the top amenities for me were AC, because apparently some apartment units don't have AC, and then also a washer and dryer unit. That just saves me time from having to go to like a public laundromat or even having to rent a washer and dryer unit. In terms of housing, it is best if you want to save money to either get a roommate or stick to a budget. I didn't really care if I had a roommate or not. I mean, like if I had one, that'd be cool because you know I get to split rent, but if I didn't, I know like my loans would cover everything. That's another thing that I'm gonna go off topic just a little bit, but a lot of you guys are scared that you won't have enough money to live while in the program. Trust me when I tell you they give you more than enough to survive, okay? They gave me so much during my first and second semester that I had to give back some because I didn't need that. Also, currently for all of the federal student loans, it is currently at 0% interest. So there's no compound interest accruing right now while you're in the program. And also, of course, like your payments are deferred. So again, you're not required to make any payments while you're still in the program. I'm just telling you right now that it is a lot of loans that you're gonna have to take out or borrow. If you've Googled or have seen the average CAA salary or income, you'll know that it's a pretty decent salary. So once you're able to land a job, you'll have no problem paying off that loan amount. Sorry, I went a little bit off topic, but oh right, housing. Yes, stick to a budget. You don't need a fancy ass apartment. You don't need 2 to 3 bedrooms if you're living by yourself. You don't need a fancy ass pool or a fancy ass gym. I think my gym or my apartment fitness room, because it's not a real gym because it's like super small, but I've never set foot in there. Did I get influenced by the pool? Yes. But did I stay in my budget? Yes. I went way below my budget. I think my budget was around $1,100 a month for an apartment. That's just like base rent. I have my bedroom, kitchen space. I have a dining space that I don't really use because I don't have a dining table set. I just put my desk there instead. And then my living spaces, and then I have my bathroom, which has the dryer and washer unit in it. I think this apartment is a perfect size for me. Like, I'm pretty small. I don't need a lot of spaces. More spaces just mean I gotta clean more, and I don't want to do that. Just as a quick side note though, if you're a female and you're planning to live alone, I would recommend finding a complex that's gated and require like a fob or key access into the garage or whatever parking spaces or the complex itself. It is better to be safe than sorry. I don't take any chances. In addition to the housing topic, if you're looking for furnitures, only buy furnitures that you need, or if you're currently an undergrad student, save your furniture, put them in storage, and then like put it all in a U-Haul and drive it up with you. That's what I did. I think the only thing that I had to buy for my apartment were like the small little like kitchen stuff and my mattress. I think that's it. Yeah, because I bought my desk from home with me, and then my couch, I already had that from undergrad. It was just sitting in storage. So, oh, never mind. I bought this lamp. Yeah. I bought this lamp because I didn't want to bring my current lamp, because I do go home and visit and I kind of need that lamp for lighting. So I bought the lamp, the nightstand, and my mattress. So those were the main 3 things that I bought. Also, because of my program, we actually travel for our senior rotations. So I'm only here in this apartment for 15 months, just enough for the didactic year. And then after that, I'll be going who knows where that they'll send me, in whatever city, in whatever different states. If you do have more furniture, that's just more work for you to have to like move it or sell it or put in storage and things like that. Going back to the student loans, the 2 main ones that you're going to sign up for is the, I think, unsubsidized grad loans and then the grad plus loan. The regular grad loans, I think, have a limit of like 10K per semester. And I don't know about your program, but that's not enough tuition alone to cover for my program. That's where the grad plus loans comes in. And the grad plus, there is no maximum amount. When I signed up for it, I just put maximum amount that the school will decide. So right now I am 100% on student loans. During my first and second semester, I did have enough money saved up for rent for those 2 semesters. So the amount of loans that I took out was mainly for tuition. Whatever I didn't need at the time, I basically gave it all back. I got back like maybe like 16 or 17K each semester. I think I kept maybe like 2 to 4K just in case anything happens, but the rest just went straight back. This is something like your financial advisor is going to be talking to you about, but I just want to give you kind of like my input and my opinion on it. They do like a pretty good job at responding to all the emails and all the questions that I had. So the last thing I want to talk about in terms of finances and saving is cooking for yourself. I've been doing a pretty good job at doing that so far. Don't get me wrong, I do eat out once in a while. I think I mainly eat out after I do well on an exam, but on a daily basis I usually cook, and I don't really do like the what's it called, meal prepping. Each time I cook, the portions are enough for about 3 meals, and then after that I'll like cook again or I'll make something new. I know it can be time consuming cooking for yourself, but if you're cooking things that you enjoy and things that you're actually going to eat, it gets easier and it's more enjoyable. Now I'm just going to give you guys some miscellaneous tips and advice that I think just to keep in mind. The first one is to not to be so hard on yourself. Pace yourself. Breathe. Take time to relax. If you don't do well on one exam, recognize what type of flaws you may have in your studying method. Realize that maybe you didn't put enough time into studying. Are you going to get A's on all of your exams? Probably not, okay? That was me. That was me. Last semester, I was on fire, guys. Last semester, I was killing it. This semester, I'm crying on the inside a little. Just a little, but I'm not failing anything. So that's a plus. Give yourself some room. Give yourself a break. Go hang out with some of your friends, your classmates. Go do some things for yourself. Go relax. Go to the gym. Go to the pool. Go shopping. But you probably shouldn't. Just do things that would help you relax and get yourself out of the negative mindset. I think that's pretty much all I have. If you have any other like topics or discussion that you want me to address, just leave them down in the comments. I'm pretty good at responding. I can summarize this video for those that didn't feel like watching me talk this whole time, which I totally understand because I'm kind of getting tired of hearing my voice too. But the first thing is to mentally prepare yourself for the program because it's hard as heck. Second thing is to make friends because they will help you in the long run. Third thing is if you want to save money, stick to a budget. And then the last one, oh, give yourself a break. Don't overstress, sleep, drink water, breathe, okay? That's it. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a great week and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.